Hey everyone, it's Steve Severs for Bionic Buzz. We're here at San Diego Comic-Con 2024. It's going to be an amazing time. Now before we get started, please help us out by hitting that subscribe button. Now let's go see who we can talk to.
And how did you get involved with Space Command?
Well, Marc Zicree, Marc Scott Zicree, who created the project, runs a roundtable. He's been running it for years, and I started going to the roundtable, and he said, is anybody an editor? They needed to edit a little project, and I said, sure, I'll do that. And so I cut this little thing for them, and I did a few editing tricks in it that he wasn't expecting, and you could see his eyes light up, and the talons come out, and he just grabbed hold, and we've been working together ever since.
And what has this project meant to you?
It's the nice thing about it is that, as Marc would tell you, there's no network involved. It's one man's vision and his wife. They work together, and he knows the direction it's going. And it takes a while because it's independent. It's funded by Kickstarter and by buying shares in the project. So it goes slow. You know, that old saying, you can have good, fast, cheap. You can have two of them. Well, we want it to be good, and we want it to be cheap. It can't be fast. So we're going as fast as we can, but it took us about 10 years to knock out the first 2 hours, which is now available on Amazon Prime and Google Play, and even on Tubi, and it's called Space Command Redemption, and it stars Doug Jones and Bill Mumy and Robert Picardo and Mira Furlan and other sci-fi luminaries. And so if you're a fan of sci-fi, and here we are at, what's it called, Comic-Con?
San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Anyway, so if you're a fan of science fiction, as most people here are, tune into that, and it's something unlike anything you've seen, because it might not have all of the polish that a multi-hundred-million-dollar picture has, but it has a lot of heart, and it has good writing, and it has great performance, and this is one of the most amazing teams I've ever worked with. They're just dedicated and relentless, and I have got to tell them to stop being so relentless.
Well, we love it. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we'll see you soon.
Glad to talk to you.
Hi, Jackie Lewis with Bionic Buzz Media. So tell us your name.
Hi, I'm David Rakelin. I'm a digital creator, producer, and composer.
And so tell us about your show.
We're talking about Space Command, a series of epic adventures set in a hopeful vision of the future. And I help create that universe through music and sound. And we try to create unique and magical, evocative sounds that are part of your life. So when you watch the show, you feel like you are in the show, and that's what my dream is. At least when I watch shows, movies, video games, I love it when I'm immersed in it. And I find that sound and music really help immerse you and make you feel that you're part of that universe. And one of the secret ingredients to making that happen is finding unique and distinctive sounds that are just for that show or just for that character. So as soon as you hear that little melody or that special sound, now you know, okay, that's Mira Furlan's character, or that's Doug Jones' character. And you know this intuitively and subliminally because we don't have to tell you, it's coming through music. See, music can work in layers. If you have people talking simultaneously, it sounds kind of chaotic, a hubbub of sound. But music, you can have multiple things happening at the same time, and if you do it right, they all fit together, and it sounds natural. So we can say that they're brave, but they're nervous, and they're hoping for something in the future. And you don't have to hold up a sign or talk. We can just say that in a few seconds of music. And creating that sense that we're in another universe, another world, that's really one of the most fun parts about doing science fiction, is that you take us out of the ordinary, out of the day-to-day world, and into the universe.
I love that. I love that. And so tell me, what can audiences expect? Like, what do you want them to come away with from this show?
We want them to feel better about themselves and about tomorrow, that tomorrow can be better than today, and that you can do something about it.
I love that. And you also have a GoFundMe campaign, right?
Yeah, I think it's a Kickstarter, and we have that information that's going to go up, but if you pledge, then you make the show happen. This is an independent production, which means that it's not being controlled by a studio. And when you talk with Marc, you'll hear more about how that's such a tremendous advantage, because you have freedom to get an idea and expand it, or plus it, like we say, and you don't have people putting on the brakes to try and slow it down.
I love that, and it's so important right now. So where can people find more information about it?
Well, you can go to Space Command, the series, or you can go to our Facebook page, Space Command, or you can go to the Mr. Sci-Fi, that's MRSCIFI YouTube channel.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for asking.
We're here with Marc.
Yay!
So, Marc, tell us about your project.
Yes, Space Command is a hopeful vision of the future. I grew up with Star Trek. Star Trek debuted when I was 10, and it had a hopeful message that we could come together across boundaries and barriers. We could create a future worth living in, and I wanted to continue that message. So much science fiction is this topic is negative. Why? We have to, we're responsible for the future. If it's going to be something we can pass down to our kids and our grandkids, we have to take compassionate action. I wanted to create a show that would have that message, so I created Space Command. And it stars Doug Jones, Mira Furlan, Billy Mumy, Bruce Boxleitner, Armin Shimerman, Nichelle Nichols, on and on. Christina Moses from A Million Little Things. All my favorite actors are in it. And James Hong, the incredible James Hong. And so I didn't want to trust the studios or the networks not to cut me off at pilot or ruin it with their notes. And so I reached out to my audience via Kickstarter and selling investor shares. And I'd never raised money before, but so far my fans have given me $4 million to open my own studio, and we've just shot the 6th hour of Space Command, and now we're on hours 7 and 8 of the 12-hour season, and we have a Kickstarter campaign going right now, and we sell investment shares in the show, and we're just starting something called the Showrunners Network, where it's Space Command and 5 other series that I'm co-creating with the creators of The Expanse and Farscape, and there's a new Rod Serling show that I'm talking to the Serling family about. So there's magic and miracles ahead.
I love that. And were you able to open your studio yet, or?
Yes. Actually, our studio's been open for several years now. We have 3 sound stages filled with spaceships and giant robots and aliens and spacesuits. You guys are welcome to come anytime you'd like. We'll put you in a spacesuit and turn a camera on you. And it's a dream come true for me. And we're shooting August 10th and 11th, and then August 27th. We're flying some of our actors in from Germany and New York and all over the place. It's every day's Christmas for me.
Well, we love it. And what do you want audiences to come away from for this show?
I want audiences, people forget that the original Star Trek was on during the Vietnam War, during the race riots, during the cities were burning. But Gene Roddenberry had the vision to say, we can create a world worth living in. We can come together. And that message had a ripple effect to millions of people, possibly billions around the world, and people became scientists and astronauts and you name it, and they had lives of meaning because he had the courage to say compassion put into action has a ripple effect, and it is the only thing that can shine a light and banish the darkness. And that's the torch that I'm continuing to carry.
Well, we love it, and thank you so much. And again, where can people find it?
They can find it, on our Kickstarter campaign is for Space Command Great Solar War, and my YouTube channel is Mr. Sci-Fi, and Space Command is on Amazon Prime and Google Play and Tubi.
Love it. Have fun today for the
Thank
rest
you.
of Comic-Con. We love Comic-Con.
Yay, Comic-Con!
Thank you so much.
Thank you.